Hello and a warm welcome to Federal Special Program Capital Beat. Trinamool Congress today dismissed the Election Commission's clarifications on duplicate voter ID numbers as a cover up and cited the poll panel's own guidelines to assert that two cards cannot have identical numbers. Now, if you remember, Trinamool Congress on Monday called the duplication in EPIC, that is the electronic electoral photo identity card numbers, as an epic scam and gave the poll panel a 24-hour deadline to accept its mistake. Now, party's Rajya Sabha MP Saket Gokhale today shared on X some excerpts from the Handbook for Electoral Registration Officers to counter the poll panel's clarifications on the issue, which was first raised by TMC Supremo and West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. So, what is this epic scam all about? In fact, BJP also has alleged that Trinamool is trying to delete the names of the refugee voters, some Hindu voters. So there is the allegations and counter allegations are flying thick and fast. Is it really a big political issue now in West Bengal, given the fact that not much time is left now for West Bengal to go to polls? So we'll try and discuss all of this about this epic scam and is BJP really on the back foot as far as this issue is concerned? Joining me now is Charles Nandi, who is the state president of the BJP Minority Morcha from West Bengal. Thank you so much, Charles Nandi, for joining. We have Shubhankar Bhattacharya, who's the Trinamool Congress spokesperson. Thank you so much, Shubhankar, for joining. And we have Samir Purkaista, senior editor with the Federal. Thank you so much, Samir, for joining. And I'll begin with Shubhankar because it's an issue which has been raised by Trinamool Congress. And today also, Saket Gokhale and Sagrika Ghosh and several others they had tried to put out some excerpts of the handbook of the Election Commission. But the point is that when Derek O'Brien was speaking yesterday, he said that we give a 24 hours ultimatum to the Election Commission. Otherwise, we will disclose some more documents. So was this the handbook which you were disclosing, or was there something more you had? Because all of us were waiting at 9 in the morning that probably Trinamool Congress is going to put out some more damaging excerpts. But what we saw at the end of the day was just a handbook of the Election Commission, which of course it's contradictory to what Election Commission itself is saying. Yes, Shubhankar.
Well, Neeliji, I don't think that I should sensationalize anything as such. Bringing out something very strange, something very surprising out of the box. Saket Gokhale has done a wonderful job. He has cited from the ECI's handbook, right? You have already have the rules quite stated over there, and he has mentioned the technicalities along with the FUSN, that is functional unique serial numbers, and as well as the problems with the EPIC cards, right, which is the electoral photo identity cards. So now the thing that happens over there, what Saket Gokhale has clearly stated in Parliament, is very simple. What he's saying is that if you have some discrepancy with FUSNs, then there raises the possibility of identity clashes. So when that identity clashes occur, so automatically your system shall not accept the identity even if the number is in another state. What election commission is doing over here, they are just saying that, see, even if the number is same, it doesn't happen like that. See, the two constituencies are different, so how does it matter that even if you get the first of all, when we call anything unique, the uniqueness of any number is that in itself should have a own identity. It should be completely identical. It should eradicate any chances of duplicacy or as such. Is it not possible? It is. So the thing is, even going through their handbook, they have actually contradicted their own rules, which is, which has been noted by the ECI themselves. Now, what has happened over there? If you remember, Niluji, that way back in 2021, in Alipur at least 21 voters, they had actually went to, even they had raised a complaint with ECI that when they went to one of the polling booths, they found that their number is already stated over there. See, most of the voters they don't take so much of pain. Once, if you, even if you could vote or if you couldn't, they just go back easily. They can shout it out to the camera. They can go to the press. That is something different. But very few of them actually take that pain to go to the ECI, file a complaint properly. So a lot of things that goes covered that doesn't come up straight actually. So now I think even if the BJP says over there, the BJP has some complaint that the fake cards are fake ID cards are being used or Trinamool is helping the thing. Come on, do a proper check. It is the responsibility of the ECI to make the election as much fair and free as possible.
Interrupt you, Shumankar. Allow me to interrupt you. I'm going back to the day when Mamata Banerjee spoke for the first time about the fake voters. She was, I think, at some stadium. She was addressing the gathering, and she said that BJP, and she named the agency. By the way, she said that BJP is using an agency called Association for Billion Minds, which is involved in this activity. Now that's a big charge, and I'm going to ask Charles Nandi to respond to it. Is it really true? You have enough evidence to implicate BJP on this front, that BJP has been using an agency which is in connivance with the Election Commission, and to go to that level and make a charge like that?
Is the
Shumankar?
question still to me?
Shumankar, to you. Yes.
Okay, okay. See, frankly speaking, this is not one particular agency. There are n number of agencies working together, and in fact, I don't know whether this is the right, a platform to actually say that even certain media companies, I won't name them, certain media companies have actually organized together to actually, to somehow, to influence the election at different places. They have formed separate kind of organizations to actually help the election commission in strategizing way to help the BJP out there. And it is not happening for now.
Okay.
It has been
That,
happening since last 10 years.
Shumankar,
And there
that's
has been a lot of
Shubhankar, that's a sweeping statement. But this particular charge which Mamata Banerjee made was regarding the voter list. She said that the voters from the Bengal voters'
Bihar
names are
and
being
adjoining areas.
replaced. Oh, yes, she said that the Bengal voters' names are being replaced with the voters from Haryana, Gujarat, Punjab, and elsewhere. So, does it mean that the Bengal voter now is that the biggest worry of Mamata Banerjee, that the Bengal voters will not get to vote for Trinamool at all, and BJP will bring in their voters?
See, that is where I think Saket Gokhale mentioned the problem with FUSN when he said that the similar identity, the identity numbers were used also in elections of Haryana, in Gujarat, in Punjab, and elsewhere as well. So now the thing is that there are, if such complications are there, if already they have raised such kind of, they have left that kind of space for these things to happen. It should have been the the prime responsibility of the election commission to completely eradicate any such possibility out there. Now, what happens is that the very strange thing is the ECI rules mandate that the software used for the issuing EPIC keeps a track of every used and unused number to ensure that the same EPIC is not allotted to multiple people. Also, EPIC numbers link the details of voters with their photo, and it is considered to be a permanent unique ID. So therefore, it is impossible that any error can lead to same epic numbers being allotted to multiple people in different states. Now, how is that now that election commission is coming up with such kind of new remark that it is possible it doesn't make such difference. We can have the similar numbers in different states. So when the constituency changes, so it doesn't clash with anything. No, it is not like that. The system is one. It is a unified system. You are
Right.
creating a platform to cause such kinds of discrepancy. So it is
Okay.
not going to be a fair and free election at all.
Okay. So
So
let me
that means somehow it has been it points towards a serious scam that this particular system is built to particularly help a particular party.
Okay, so let me now. You made your point, Shivankar. Let me come to Charles Nandi now. Charles, what's really happening with BJP? Is BJP so scared that it has to resort to this kind of an activity? The charges which have been made by Mamata Banerjee. Is BJP really insecure? It knows that if it goes the fair way, it will not have enough votes, and that's how the BJP is trying to shore up the voters in its favor. You'll have to unmute. Charles, you're muted, I think. Just unmute yourself. Yes.
Okay,
Unmute
now
yourself.
can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. I can hear you.
Yes.
I can.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
go ahead.
yes. Thing is that BJP has nothing to worry. We run the country, and we have a prime minister like Narendra Modi ji. So we are not scared, and we are not insecure because we believe in free and fair election. Now let me tell you something very interesting. Since Samir Babu, Subankar Babu, all of you from Bengal, there is a saying in Bengal that in Bengali I'm saying, then I'll translate it in English, that Aponi Achori Dharmo Porere Shekhao. But Mamata Banerjee does not believe in that. Aponi Achori Dharmo Porere Shekhao means you preach what you practice. But Mamata Banerjee does not believe in
Practice.
that. What Mamata Banerjee is doing is dangerous. I think you should know. I'm giving you a specific example. Is that suppose there are nearly 80,000 booths in Bengal, 79,000 something. There are nearly 80,000 booths in Bengal. What Mamata Banerjee's party is doing, they are adding some fake voters in every booth. Suppose your booth number, suppose you live in Jadavpur Lok Sabha constituency. Your booth number is 112. You go and find out that list of voters. You have to find one thing that at least there are on an average 30 to 40 voters are fake. How? Suppose Samir Purakasto lives in, he is a voter, suppose he was a voter of Jadavpur Lok Sabha Kendra. Now, Samir Purakasto purchased a flat, got a flat in Damnam Lok Sabha. Now, Samir Babu does not go to Jadavpur to cast his vote. He became voter of Damnam Lok Sabha. What Trinamool is doing, Trinamool is keeping Samir Purakasto's name in the voter list. So you go to all voter list and check and cross check, find out that on an average there is 40 per booth. There is a 40 40 fake voters. Matlab there are 32 lakhs 32 lakhs fake voters in Bengal, and that is being done by Mamata Banerjee. That's why she is doing all this dramabaji, all this natanki. और कुछ
But
नहीं है,
how do
पक्का
we
dramabaji है.
believe? How do we
Next,
believe that?
I'm coming.
No.
Now I'm
Now,
coming.
now,
Now I'm
now,
coming to it.
now, just hang on. Just allow me to interrupt. You are saying, you said that Mamata Banerjee is doing this dramabazi. Some lakhs of voters have been deleted. Now you are saying Trinamool Congress is deleting the votes. Trinamool Congress is saying BJP is deleting the votes. Now let me get in on this. Let me get in Samir on this issue. Samir, what is the reality now? Trinamool Congress, on one hand, is making this bombastic claim of this big epic scam. Charles Nandi and BJP, they are saying that even Mamata Banerjee is deleting votes, and especially the refugee voters. And this is what I was reading on few websites, that some Hindu voters have also been deleted. Now, what is this issue all about? Is it really having some kind of a resonance on the ground where BJP seems to be on the back foot, or do you feel that Trinamool Congress is on the back foot? What is your assessment?
See, the politics in India has been reduced to art of fooling people, and and the better you are at it, the more the chances of winning elections are. So both the parties are trying to fool electorate, creates narrative. Now, why I am saying that both the allegations, like first I'll come to Charles Das allegation that there is a fake 40 or 40 lakhs or fake voters which Trinamool Congress has included. Now, to check voter this electoral roll is not a rocket science, and particularly after we switched to this Eronet platform, even sitting at your home, you can this thing, by entering epic number, you can see the voters details. Now the BJP claim to be the largest party in the world and so on and so forth. But why isn't that BJP is BJP is such an efficient election machinery is not able to detect these things? And as Charles Nandi is Mr. Nandi has said that BJP is ruling the country. So so it's easier for them to detect if there is if there are such fake voters. So that is one. Secondly, coming to the Trinamool Congress's allegations that with this fake this clone cards, the people from Haryana or Rajasthan or Gujarat come and vote here. This is absolutely rubbish, because if you see, I'll just give you some example. I have this thing. This just give me a second. I'll just show you.
Yes.
Say this is one epic number XYZ 0600841. So against this epic number, two name has been registered. One is Muhammad Saimul Islam, who is a voter in West Bengal's Murshidabad district. And in the epic number, it is clearly written he is a voter of Raninagar Assembly constituency in West Bengal. Secondly, against the same name, another person against the same this thing epic number, Sunita's name has been added, and in the card it is clearly written that Sunita is a citizen of Haryana and and from Hisar district and is a voter of Barwala Assembly
I'll come to you,
constituency.
Charles. I'll come to you, Charles.
Yeah, now tell me, with this kind of epic card, how will Sunita be able to vote? It will be possible only if all the TMC polling agents and all, if they go to some kind of coma, or if they are hypnotized, only then it will be possible. Otherwise, with this card, the moment Sunita comes to vote here, she will be identified. And
I'm wondering. I'm wondering who's hypnotizing whom.
so this is this is a perception battle. Tutu meme is going on, because
I'll
TMC
come to you.
is
I'll come to
also
you, Charles. I see you raise your hand. I'll come to you. Yes. Yes. Go ahead. Samir, finish.
TMC is trying to create their Bohiragato narrative, that is outsider narrative, because this is and EC has given handed over them a very good opportunity. Now coming to the EC. Now the EC is saying that this is technical fault. By admitting this, EC has EC has actually stated that this organization is run by a bunch of jokers. Why I'm saying these are inefficient people? Because this epic number is supposed to consist of this thing functional unique serial number, which is that and it is a alphanumerical number, and the first three letters are supposed to be unique to every assembly constituency. So now supposing XYZ, that series is allotted to Raninagar in Murshidabad, then how come the same series is also allotted to Hisar in Haryana? So
Exactly.
this is a serious issue, and now they are saying that this is because we switched into this new system called Aeronet platform, and it has been digitized and centralized. Now this digitization and centralization process took place in 2021 2022, and for this last 3-4 years, what you see we're doing.
Absolutely. Okay. So
So
let
this
me get Charles here. I'll interrupt you here, Samir. But Charles was raising his hand, and then I'll come to
Can I
Shubham.
add a point? Can I add a point? Because just a technical point to Samyuda, if I am allowed.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead,
No,
please.
no,
Go ahead.
let
I'll
Okay.
come to you. I'm coming to you, Charles. I'll give you the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand, but I just ask সুবিধা এত রেগে কেন ভাই তুমি মানে এমনি করে রেগে যেও না ভাই থেকে so I come to I'll add to the point now you have
সবাই মিলে আমাদেরকে টুপি পরানোর চেষ্টা করছো বিজেপি এন্ড টিএমসি
আচ্ছা okay আচ্ছা so I'll add the technical point to it see Sobita is quite correct see when we put that the first 5-6 digits of any number when you see a number is unique, that clearly mentions that it should bear the ID of the person of a particular person who is going to vote in that particular constituency in that particular booth, and that is already mentioned over there. See, the software that they are using over here, which Saket Gokhale, he mentioned very clearly. What is happening over here? That first of all, when you put in the earlier 5 or 6 fields of the number, so it goes to the voter denial. The reason behind is you get two names coming across of the same anonymous system, which is one from a separate constituency and other from the separate constituency. Since that comes on the national platform, so what happens? That ID is actually not generated at the polling booth itself. So there the problem exists. So what happens if the same number, for example, Neeluji has her number over there in Delhi with a unique ID with its first 6 digits coming to a number which is also issued in a different constituency. Whereas the ruling, the election commission's rule book that clearly specifies that the numbers of every constituency shall be separately linked, shall have a separate unique identity. So that is not happening over here. This they have actually contradicted. That is the point.
No, quick word from Samir, and then I'll come to Charles. She's been waiting. Yes, Samir.
See, this is a technical fault, and with this, I don't think this Mamata Banerjee or TMC's allegation that the election can be manipulated. This I don't buy this argument. Yes, the election commission has made a major goof up here. There is no denial on that. But because as Subhankar
So
is saying
correct
that.
it. So correct it. That is what Derek O'Brien, that is what Sagarika goes. They're only demanding it. They're just giving 100 days. Correct it.
Subhankar, allow Samir to finish his point, and I have to go to Charles as well. Yes, Samir, finish your point. I'll come to you.
And as Subhankar is saying that if there is this thing duplicate numbers, so one might find difficulties while voting. But that is also not true, because epic number is to cast vote. You don't need epic number. If your name is
No, I didn't say that.
No.
I didn't say that.
I'm coming
Sorry, Subhankar, you made your point. I let Samir finish his point. I want to go to Charles.
No, I just didn't say that. I just mentioned I didn't say that. That is absolutely I didn't say that.
Okay,
so
Samir. Go ahead.
anyway, Subhankar, so if this identical number or clone will not disturb the polling process as such. That is what I'm trying to point out.
So it's basically a technical fault on the part of the election commission. It's not like an
Yes,
ethics.
and the election commission should rectify it, because this number, as per their manual, it should be unique number, unique to every assembly. So how they goofed it up, I don't know. It's a serious, serious lapse on their part, and this shows how inefficient the election commission is. That is my point.
Okay. So the inefficiency of the election commission is putting BJP on the back foot now, saying that BJP is in connivance and that's how they are involved. People have been saying going to the extent of saying that the BJP's Panna Pramukhs are also involved in it. Charles, what would you really say?
No, actually, I must say that what Samir Purakaste said is absolutely correct, and that's what also told by Election Commission of India after Mamata Banerjee raised that allegation. Election Commission clearly said what.
I've lost your audio. Charles, I'm not able to hear you. Yeah, try speaking now. No, I'm not getting your audio. Your audio has got disconnected, I believe. will you log in? Will you log out and then re-enter?
Okay, now it's okay. Now it's okay.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Okay.
please. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yes. What Mr. Samir Purkasta said, I fully agree with him. That's what also told by mentioned by Election Commission of India after Mamata Banerjee raises that issue, that epic duplication does not confirm. I repeat, epic duplication does not confirm fake voters. So now, basic point we are missing. Then why Mamata Banerjee is doing this natanki and damabaji? Her basic political agenda we have to expose. Her basic political agenda is that to add more Rohingyas and more Bangladeshi Muslims in the voter list, because Mamata Banerjee has opened vote banks. Mamata Banerjee has opened vote banks of Muslim voters in Bengal. She has opened the shop of Muslim voters in Bengal. Mamata Banerjee wins the election on two pillars. Number one pillar is shops of Muslim voters. Number two pillar is that Bangladeshi Muslims, and sorry, number three pillar, and number
But
three
Charles
pillar is that is
already
fake
pointed
voters.
out. No,
Number
Charles,
three
Samir has
pillars
already
are fake
pointed out.
voters.
No,
These
Charles, hear
these
me out.
three pillars, she is winning the election, and her basic political agenda is to delete Hindu voters from the voter list of Bengal. Because Mamata Banerjee has understood one thing: Hindus
From
of
you.
Bengal,
Charles,
already united to defeat Mamata Banerjee.
Charles, Samir has already explained that it's a technical fault on the part of the Election Commission, but it's not like an epic scam, what Mamata Banerjee is saying. And if it is not a scam, then why are you saying that Mamata Banerjee is deleting the Hindu votes and she's trying to add more voters as far as the Muslim voters are concerned? In fact, it seems like both TMC and BJP are trying to encash on this technical fault of the Election Commission. Why is this? You use the word dramebazi. Why is this dramebazi also used by BJP? How different are you from Trinamool? What Trinamool is doing, BJP is also doing the same thing.
No, we are not doing same thing because of only one reason. Mamata Banerjee wins the election with the means of unfair practice. Her only thing is the rig the polls, and her only thing is to ensure fake voters on voter list. And what we are trying to do this is that we are trying to cleanse the voter list so that fake voters are deleted and real voters can peacefully vote the election. See, if you go by 2024 statistics of votes, what we are seeing, TMC got 2 crore 75 lakhs 6,561 vote, and we are only behind 42 lakh vote by against TMC. So this, if 42 lakh vote, out of 42 lakh vote, if there are 30 to 32 lakhs fake voters, then where is Mamata Banerjee? So that's what Mamata Banerjee is scared, and she is unnecessary. She is raising the issue, which is absolutely baseless.
Let me get in the last word now. Both of you have made your points. Both Trinamool and BJP have said, and they are accusing each other of, preparing a fake voter list. To you now, Samir, for the concluding comments, how would you really read this issue? Are both the parties really capitalizing on this technical fault of the Election Commission? They are trying to whip up a narrative which doesn't exist on the ground.
Absolutely. See, like the BJP's allegation that there is a fake voters and all this thing, that they conveniently forget that election commission, who we all know who controls election commission. So let's not go into that argument. And then this kind of narrative BJP is pushing since 1978, when in Assam, Mongolday Assembly constituency, some opposition parties, they claim that lakhs of Bangladeshi voters were included in the electoral roll, and that led to Assam agitation, so on, and this. Then ultimately it culminated in this updating of NRC in 2019, and when the BJP government in Assam found that this their narrative doesn't this NRC doesn't match with their NRC findings, doesn't match with their narrative, then they have dumped the NRC. So these Bangladeshi narratives, Rohingyas, we have been hearing, if Rohingyas are coming, who guards the border? It's BSF. What the basically BJP is saying, that Home Minister Amit Shah is inefficient, Home Ministry is totally inefficient, they cannot do any work. And so this hundreds of Bangladeshis, the lakhs of Bangladeshis are coming and getting enrolled in voter lists. So these are all narratives. Both the TMC and the BJP is trying to fool us, basically fool with
No,
the citizens.
but do you think the Trinamool is also trying to find an alibi, because they do know that BJP is penetrating into the vast territory of West Bengal, and if they get defeated, then they will at least have some reason to fall back on? Are they trying to find an alibi, Samir?
No. What TMC is, see, the TMC's narrative against BJP's Hindutva is Bengali subnationalism. That, and Bengali subnationalism doesn't necessarily means only Bengali. The people of Bengali, it may be Hindi speaker, it may be Adivasis, all combined. So
No.
let me finish.
Not
So,
Bengali.
Okay. Let Samir
Talk
finish,
about
then
Bengali Hindus. Hindu
no,
Bengalis.
that is your perception. I don't buy that. That is, you have every right to have your narrative, but don't push it on me. So basically, their counter is this Bengali narrative. So for that, to this outsider narrative, that some this bogey of outsider will come and this decide the electoral fate of Bengal. This might particularly in rural areas and all, this might become an election issue. So BJP, TMC is trying to build a narrative, and this can be a counter to BJP's narrative that people from Bangladeshis are coming and manipulate vote here. So against that, they have now they got a counter narrative. That's all.
Shubhankar is raising his hand very briefly. We have to conclude the show. Yes, Shubhankar.
Yes. See, end of the thing. I have already given all the details. The only thing is, see, now the actions and credibility of ECI is actually being questioned. And moreover, when we know that now the country chooses its ECI through now it is appointed by Modi government, and that too by a majority on a three-member panel, where two members are the PM and Amit Shah. Now, if ECI is compromised on behalf of BJP, there is zero possibility of elections being free and fair. That's it. Thank you.
So you are already worried that you might lose because of this, then, Shubhankar? I'll come to you, Charles. Yes, Shubhankar. So
See, if this is, see, if it, no, let me not answer it with yes or no. The only thing is very simple. If we, the educated people of India, try to remain mum and keep their eyes shut, and we start asking no questions about the credibility, about the agencies of the government, which is now completely taken up by the two, the greatest leaders of the world. So then you don't expect, you cannot question the agency. If you question them, then you say, oh, they are playing gimmicks. Oh, TMC is playing gimmicks.
Last word to Charles.
So,
Last word to Charles. Yes, Charles Nandi. Yeah.
No, free and fair election is absolutely doesn't make any sense in the mouth of TMC, because if you go by last rural vote, 2018 and 2023, election was conducted by
allow us to have the majority in ECI.
40
in ECI appointment.
Don't shout. 40,000 candidates of BJP were not allowed to file their nomination. For 20,000 BJP candidates, those who won the election in rural votes, they were not given their certificate of winning certificate by BDOs.
Okay.
What nonsense talking about? They are free and fair election. TMC does not believe in free and fair election. If there is a free and fair election, please remember mark my word. If there is a free and fair election in 2026, that's what Mamata Banerjee is scared and unnerved, that there will be no TMC in Bengal. Thank you.
Okay. So we let's end it here, and we'll have to wait and watch how things unfold. But it does look like a technical fault on which both the parties, Trinamool and BJP, have latched on. They're trying to whip up a narrative. I don't know whether TMC is trying to find an alibi or not, but definitely it's a counter to each other on this particular aspect. How will the Election Commission really come clean on this is something to watch out for. Will they give a credible answer, or what they've just said, is that credible enough to build on to the reputation which ECI has? Thank you so much, Charles Nandi, Shubhankar Bhattacharya, Samir. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you.